Let's talk about it.
All right, let's start the show.
You are now tuned in to Real Truth and Power, the show that uplifts the community with health, wealth, and knowledge of self. Here's your host, Everett Winchester.
All right, welcome to the show, family. Welcome to the show. Man, it's getting a little crazy. As you guys know, the FBI has issued a warning to make sure that we are being safe. They are anticipating a lot of violence during the future President Biden's inauguration. So I wanted to give you guys some news about that so you can check out. Hold on one second. Let's see what they're talking about.
Of National Guard troops, the nation is on high alert after that siege as thousands of National Guard troops patrolled the Capitol. Our Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas joins us now with more. In the battleground states, authorities are most concerned about right now. Good morning, Pierre.
Michael, good morning. The new intelligence assessment is blunt. Last week's mob attack on the Capitol appears to be inspiring far-right radicals to plan more violence.
This morning, nation on alert, with authorities fearing the potential of violence is rising, and not only at the inauguration in the nation's capital, but in all 50 states.
There's a major security threat, and we are working to mitigate those threats.
Along with D.C., of most concern, state houses in Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. The FBI also warning that right-wing radicals see the January 6th Capitol assault as a success, and now different groups are coordinating. ABC News has learned that the FBI is tracking two men who were part of last week's Capitol mob, who are allegedly planning to come back for another attack on the nation's capital on Inauguration Day.
So, as you just saw, the FBI is looking for a couple of people that breached the Capitol building and got away, and they're talking about coming back and, probably doing it again during the inauguration. And they're also mentioning the fact that this won't stop here. They're talking about going to other states. If you guys don't know, I'm from Baltimore, so I'm right by the Capitol. So it's no telling how things are going to be. We're 45 minutes away from D.C. here. So I just want everybody to be safe, protect yourself, be by your family during these difficult times. Don't be too far away from home. It's getting crazy right now. So just unite, stay with your family and friends. Like I say, race first, and just make sure that you are protecting your loved ones in your community. So that's something that just spread that word out, man. The FBI is looking for people, and they are expecting in several different states a lot of violence. So this is something to keep our eyes out for. So I wanted to put you down with that. Also, it seems like every day we're talking about the vaccine. For those that don't know, we're going to have a vaccine panel show. So we're still looking for a couple of females to join the panel show with our brothers to get different points of vibes. So if you know anybody that wants to speak about, should they speak about the vaccines, for or against, because they're pushing it out there, we would love for you guys to hit me up, realtruthandpower@gmail.com. Email me if you're interested in joining the panel. It will be a video discussion. That's realtruthandpower@gmail.com. But a doctor by the name of Michael Gregory died, and they believe it is from the vaccine. This guy is a doctor. He had to take it. So let's look a little bit about that real quick.
Right now at 5:30, how safe is the Pfizer COVID vaccine? We are investigating the death of a South Florida doctor who passed away 2 weeks after getting his shot. And we have a reaction from that doctor's family.
And we're also now hearing from Pfizer as well as the Florida Department of Health on this one. Local 10 investigator Amy Viteri is live with what she has learned. Amy. Well,
Dr. Gregory Michael passed away on Sunday, just a little over 2 weeks after getting a COVID-19 vaccine at Mount Sinai Medical Center. But right now, it is not clear if his death is linked to that shot that he got back in mid-December.
The Centers for Disease Control now looking into the death of Dr. Gregory Michael, who received the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine on December 18th. The 56-year-old got the vaccine at Mount Sinai Medical Center, where he ran a private practice as an OBGYN for the last 15 years. A Facebook post by Michael's wife describes him as very healthy. She says 3 days after getting the shot, he noticed severe broken blood vessels on his feet and hands, prompting him to go to the emergency room. Diagnosed with something called immune thrombocytopenia, which prevents blood from clotting. After 2 weeks of treatment, she writes, he got a hemorrhagic stroke caused by the lack of platelets that took his life in a matter of minutes. A spokesperson for Mount Sinai citing patient privacy restrictions, telling us in a statement, to the extent that we are aware of an incident involving any patient, the appropriate agencies are contacted immediately and have our full cooperation. Florida's Department of Health confirming they referred the case to the CDC for investigation. A CDC spokesperson telling us they will evaluate the situation as more information becomes available and provide timely updates on what is known and any necessary actions. The vaccine manufacturer Pfizer-BioNTech also responding in a statement, saying they are aware of the death of a healthcare professional 16 days after receiving a first dose. We are actively investigating this case, but don't believe at this time there is any direct connection to the vaccine, saying there have been no related safety signals identified in trials or vaccinations so far.
All right, so as you can tell, they're not sure if this doctor, they're not saying the doctor didn't pass from the COVID vaccine. So that's something that you have to worry about. If you have some condition that you're not even aware about, some underlying condition that COVID can get you. So you're injecting the COVID in your body, and so you're going to get sick. This is very, very tricky, very dangerous. So this is a topic that we got to have. I know it left some people partly paralyzed in the face. A couple of nurses and doctors have been paralyzed in the face, but it does go away. That was a side effect. So we're getting some different side effects and things of that nature with this vaccine. And they're saying a doctor might have passed. So that's, first of all, rest in peace to the brother. He's trying to do some work and save patients. That's number one. But number two, he got killed with a vaccine that's killing people. With a vaccine that's a COVID virus that's killing people, should I say. So we want to just pray for the brother and his family, the doctor and his family, should I say. And we want to just make sure that we are really researching this vaccine. As I say on a lot of different shows, they rush the vaccine out. Usually to do a vaccine, it's a lot of tests, a lot of trials. It could take 2 years sometimes for a vaccine to come forward. Of course, we're in a pandemic. So we got to really be on point. I'm tired of wearing a mask myself, but I'm not trying to get killed off a vaccine. And as our community, we've had some bad situations with vaccines. So, that's very crazy that this doctor could have possibly been killed taking the vaccine, a medical person. So we really just got to be on point. Again, we're going to have a very, very strong panel discussion talking about should we take the vaccine as a black community or not. So I'm interested in anybody that is interested in being a panel for the show. Again, hit me up at realtruthandpower@gmail.com, realtruthandpower@gmail.com. As you can see over here, it's go to realtruthandpower.org, click on media channel. We have a channel now where we're going to be showing a whole bunch of podcasts. Again, that website is realtruthandpower.org. If you have a podcast that's targeted to black folk, black people, the black community, get at me and I'll put your podcast or your show on the channel. So right now we're playing with it, but the channel is up. Go to realtruthandpower.org and click on media channel. Again, man, just be safe out there. Shout out to brother Andrew Dugan, who said that's why he's carrying a gun. If you tuned in late, we showed the news. The FBI is targeting people that are going to be doing some things during the inaugural, during President Biden's inauguration. So we really got to be on point. They're talking about getting a couple of cities. Besides that, I'm out for the day. I may come back on later. Stay tuned for these new interviews we got coming on. And again, I'll try to come every day with some trending news just to keep you guys into it. I know everybody's working and it's hard to catch those certain topics. But again, the trending news for the day, the FBI is looking for some people that breached the Capitol building that day, last week, I believe. And they're saying they're coming back. They have intel on that. And they're talking about there's going to be a lot of different things going on in a lot of different states and cities. And they're talking about violence. And they're also saying they're coming back to the Capitol. This is the FBI. This is real news. Everybody be on point. Protect your families, man. All right? Again, realtruthandpower.org. Check out all of these shows. Real Truth and Power, Strictly Joking, Seriously Joking, I'm sorry. And Donnie Goes In. We're going to put Donnie Goes In on it. So we got a lot of shows, and we want a lot more shows. And I also believe I got a couple episodes of The Powerful Sister Dr. Mad on there. But we're going to be updating the shows. So these are old shows you can check out, and we'll have some new shows on in the future. Again, we out of here. Real Truth and Power, man. Be safe, please, man. If you're going anywhere in D.C., and I'm in Baltimore again, if you're in Baltimore during the time of the inauguration, just be careful. And by the way, just be careful in general. It's dangerous out here. All right? Race first, man. Everybody be safe. realtruthandpower.org. Check it out. Hey, hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that like and subscribe and share, man. Peace.
Real truth and power, health, wealth, knowledge of self, uplifting the community. Let's talk about it. Real truth and power. Knowledge of self, uplifting the community. Let's talk